People for Portland, a political action group that sprang up 3 years ago and relentlessly called out a lack of action by political leaders in the city, well, they're shutting down. The group was founded by two political operatives in town. Kevin Looper, there with the beard, he typically helps run progressive and Democratic campaigns. And Dan Lavey with the glasses, he typically helps run conservative and Republican campaigns. They came together to build an organization that ended up with 35,000 email followers. They're shutting down now because they say this part of the work is done.
It's clear we've changed the politics of Portland, which is what we set out to do. When we started this, the prevailing winds out there were that all cops are bad, you shouldn't tell people where to sleep, and hard drugs are not a problem. And we have taken on all of those positions. We have pierced the ideology that says we shouldn't be doing something about each and every one of those things. And we believe we put Portland on a better path. We don't believe we fixed it. But it is clear to us now that shame as a motivator for politicians in Portland, we've exhausted that resource. And now if you can't change what the politicians are doing, you've got to actually change the politicians. And that's up to the people. That's not up to us. That's not appropriate for what People for Portland sought out to do and what it is legally.
People for Portland is the group that paid for billboards in downtown Portland criticizing the district attorney, Mike Schmidt, as he ran for re-election. They felt the DA's criminal justice reform policies led to lawlessness. They called Portland a Schmidt show, and Schmidt lost the election.
Well, we channeled the frustrations of a majority of Portlanders versus a loud minority that had been dominating the political debates. And so camping ban, getting a camping ban passed, right? Calling out the DA for his failures on public safety in particular, right? Advocating for more police when people weren't doing that. Those are all things that enjoyed majority support. And I think one of the most important legacies that we have here, in addition to sort of the policy changes that have occurred and the change in the debate, is the legacy of getting more people engaged and creating comfort in the crowd for people to say out loud what they know to be true.
By the way, the group says it is not endorsing any candidates in the upcoming election, where city voters will elect a brand new form of government in Portland.